wanna drive the tractor for me while I eat?
Like and subscribe.
It's always full of unexpected twists and turns. What's up? It's Goku. Something's happened to Goku. I can feel it. I've had a sixth sense about Goku since he was a boy. beyond the level of Super Saiyan for even greater power. See, to make it easy, let's call this Super Saiyan 2. There's more. I knew he pushed beyond Super Saiyan against Cell, but that was the limit of his power. Could there actually be more? I mean, how much stronger can a guy get? And this is the goal. Even further beyond.
Like and subscribe.
Further beyond.
Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up? Come here. Here, Theo. All right. We are finally here. Where is it? There we go. All right. Welcome everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me just get rid of this. Open manga fire. I mean, I made a post earlier today, like 2 hours ago, about my thoughts and feelings about Tokyo Ghoul, or at least Tokyo Ghoul RE, the sequel. I'm not the happiest with what they've done. Hopefully the next few chapters will prove me wrong. Hopefully it was just the beginning and it actually is planning on to change certain things. No, not starting from chapter 1. No, I just reused the settings from the previous stream because I have yet not made it to chapter 10. I am not going through those chapters, those first 5 chapters again. Not doing that. But yeah, as you guys may have noticed, I essentially just stopped reading Tokyo Ghoul the last few weeks, just because it I don't know, I felt so discouraged. I was afraid of having to go through a slog again, like a slog of multiple chapters. And today I was about to just not stream again, but I really had to push myself because I talked myself into just do it one time, just one more stream, read the next few chapters. If it's still ass, I'll drop it. No if, buts, or. I will not give it any excuses. A story as good as Tokyo Ghoul, I will, like, a story as good as Tokyo Ghoul, as good as part 1 was of Tokyo Ghoul, will only make me be more strict towards it. I'm not gonna give it any. I'm not gonna give it any love taps. If a story has, if a author is able to create such an amazing story, only to fumble it, I will criticize him even harder. I've done the same for Naruto. Naruto, phenomenal manga, but the final war, pure fucking dog shit. As you may have noticed, I have not given the same criticism. I have not given the same criticism to JJK, which is, in my opinion, mid at best. So I'm not gonna criticize it as hard as, let's say, Tokyo Ghoul or Naruto. Because for Tokyo Ghoul and Naruto, I have expectations. I have huge expectations because they have delivered in the past, and if they just fumble it, I'm not gonna hold back. And I hold One Piece to even the biggest standard because whenever One Piece fumbles, I just lose it. I usually give it a chance to like see where it's going towards. If I give it like one or two chapter window to like fix or like explain whatever happened. Usually it's not as bad as I was afraid it would be. But regardless, if it's garbage, I still call it out. Doesn't matter which story it is, doesn't matter which manga it is, or video game, any medium that has any form of storytelling in it. So same for Tokyo Ghoul. If it's ass, it's ass. I'll call it out, and I'll drop it. If it's good, if it actually turns things around and improves, then I'll get excited into reading the story, and I'll just continue. But there's something that came up to me that popped up in my head 2 hours ago, right before I posted my post on YouTube. I need you guys to answer that question for me. You guys told me several times while reading Tokyo Ghoul that the anime is ass. The anime for Tokyo Ghoul is garbage because the sequel, they turned that into their own story where Kaneki became a CCG member. Correct? But that's essentially what's happening in the manga right now. So, how are they different? Because that was what I've been told several times, that I should not watch the anime, and specifically not watch the sequel, because the writers just abandoned whatever the manga did and just made Kaneki into a CCG member. Like, he joined the CCG and just went a whole different route, and that's essentially what's happening right now in the manga. Oh, Aogiri. Oh. I'm gonna be honest. Story-wise, although I'm not sure where this will go towards in the manga, but story-wise, joining the Aogiri might have been more interesting. But it also depends on how you do it. Because joining the CCG right now, the way they did it right now, that's not it, honestly. But yeah, let's just get started. Oh fuck, damn! I just knocked on my desk. Season 2 still ends up at the same place. It goes to Antaiku and loses to Ario. Okay. All right. Let's pull up the manga. Tokyo Ghoul RE. So I've read chapter 5, so let's just read chapter 6 to 10. 5 chapters is all it's getting. And thing is, normally, I mean, if I could, I would not drop it that easily. But since I work a full-time job, I simply do not have the luxury to consume a story that I'm iffy about. To consume a story that I'm going to be criticizing over and over and over again. Like, for example, JJK. like I have very limited time when it comes to streaming. I work a full-time job, a very demanding job. So when I come home, my energy levels are pretty dwindled. They're at their lowest. So I don't have the energy to just consume a story that's going to cause me a lot of headache. However, there is a but. If I reach 500 subs and people are actually able to donate to some extent, that'll be a different story, because then that'll actually give me the ability to maybe call some hours off work to read the manga and not shoot myself in the foot with it. But we're still not there yet. We still are like 60 subs away. So we're gonna have to wait and see how that's gonna play out. Hopefully I'll reach it soon. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, so we got us a dude in a mask that looks kind of snake-ish. And he says, "Sorry, but that scrawny half-naked guy is ours." Hey, Dio, behave. Come here. Come here. Here. Come on, get up here. Come on, Dio. Get up here. She's being very annoying. What? There you go. There you go, good girl. Good girl. There you go. Better? Hmm? No. You go to sleep. I'm gonna read the manga. You just go to sleep, okay? Good girl. Alright. And of course, if you haven't yet, make sure to drop a like the video, and subscribe. You guys. What was it? Quincy's? You guys use Kagune. You guys use Kagune, right? The Orochi. Look at you, doves. You make me sick. You guys are no different from the Aogiri. Oh, and of course, another criticism that I had for the start of Tokyo Ghoul RE. So far, the characters, they were not clicking with me at all. Especially like these new guys. They were not clicking with me at all. And now that you've made me sick, I want to have some. So he goes for the attack. Starts with a upwards kick, but he gets blocked. Turns his foot around. And essentially launches him away. Sorry, but I don't hold back against doves. You'll get in my way one of these days. Better to nip you guys in the butt when I can. So agree the Kings are my, yeah. Maybe they'll get better at some point, but their introductions were not it. Like the author, he's shown to be able to create well-written characters that are made to be hated. But these guys, they're just annoying and stupid on purpose, and I don't see really what the point is of them. But maybe it'll change. What was that? A pea shooter? Huh, another scratch, huh? You scumbag. You're the one who's gonna get nipped. So he goes for the attack. Gets dodged easily. Come on, what's the matter? So homie with the mask goes for a counter. And just in the face with a kick. Urie! My Kagune. Damn it, it's time. Its time limit is still 2. That's it for Kokaku? All it took was a kick? Guess it's just an imitation after all. Damn, okay, so... Okay, we've never seen one that thick before. Like that. That's straight up like a boa constrictor. So is it a rate larger than S Ghoul? But that is... No, that is straight up the size of a boa constrictor. That is crazy. Not even Uria stood a chance against him. I can't move. I'm scared. Do I stand a chance? What? There's one more? I'll take you out first then. So dude, dumbass just goes for a flying kick. Yeah! Toru, let's get out of here. So, hits him with something. Point blank bomber. What a stupid name. So he blocks it easily. Your attacks ain't gonna work. Plus, you're so pathetic and annoying. Counterattacks easily, smacks him away. That hurts. You alright, Toru? Yeah. We should bug out of here. I'm out of Kagune too. There's no point in dying. We still got a lot to do. Let's retreat for now. Retreat? The squad leader ordered the rest of the S3 to retreat, and remained alone at the scene against a powerful ghoul known as the One-Eyed Owl. I'm sorry, Cookie. We couldn't protect Special Investigator Urie, your father. We're responsible for his death. Screw you. Okay, guess he's going gear 4th. What the hell are you doing? Feeding, so I can activate my Kagune. If I get my eradication ability up to the equivalent of rate S, my chances of getting a single white wing badge increase. You crazy? Cut that out. Uria, we should retreat. So wait, we saw his motivation, which is, it looks like it's fueled by revenge. And then here he's saying it's for a badge. As if his motivation is just pure career-based. Okay, that's a bit contradicting. Also, let me pull up some Tokyo Ghoul music, which is gonna take a minute to start. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. So that's a bit contradicting. So first we got a mini flashback hinting at a revenge-based motivation, and then he's like, I want my badge. I need to get my numbers up. I need my badge. Oh, music is loud. Promotion, promotion, promotion. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, time to end this. And he's here. Okay, that... Okay, that doesn't add up. So what is he saying that the promotion is the only way to get his revenge? Because that's honestly dumb. So yeah, he finally shows up at the last second, slashes the boa constrictor in half. Oh, Sasan, sir. Who the hell are you? The king of imitators? Kinkei. Kokaku Yukimura, 1 out of 3. He kinda... So, he attacks him, but blocks and is going for a counterattack. Yep, he's read already. Leave. My squad. Alone. You little. So, he goes for a slash. Ghoul drops down to dodge. Scampering. Really? Okay, so he takes the hit, starts coughing up blood. He's tough. Haven't faced a ghoul like him in a while. What do I do? My kink is not enough. You're weak, Heise. Okay, so I guess he's in the Nine-Tailed Fox room right now. At this rate, he'll kill your squad. You won't be able to protect anyone. Look at me. Come on. You know you need me. Right? This is what you want, isn't it? Accept me. So we see an all too familiar side. And once again, itching at him. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Shut up. I'm not letting you take me over. Mitsuki, contact Investigator Mado. Investigator Mado. Investigator Arima, give me. Courage. Okay, dope panel. So, he just let him take over? And that's a chapter. On to the next one. Chapter 7. Chapter 7 called... Wait, hold up. Yeah, okay. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's called Remind. Kagune, so it's true. Instructor Sasaki is... So they knew? So he goes for the attack, dodging and weaving. And it looks like they clash. Oh, never, it's more than a clash. He just straight up cuts it, like just chops it away. He shattered the Orochi's Kagune. That's good, right? It isn't enough, though. It'll regenerate. To be able to form such a big Kagune over and over. You're tough. Well, thank you. And just, okay, just full frontal kick in the stomach. Knocks him back, grabs the sword with the Kagune. And goes immediately for a slash with the sword, with a Kinke. Damn, a Kinke and a Kagune at the same time. But he's dodging them at the very last moment. Oh, okay. The ghoul can throw hands. He actually can throw hands. Okay. So he splits the cool like in the Kinke in two. One essentially blocking the Kagune at the base. Like for example, when someone throws a punch and you just block him by pushing the shoulder back. That's the same effect that's happening right there. And with the other half, just snaps away the Kinke. Okay, no, he's straight up facing Sanji right now. Okay, so just a repeated kick, a series of repeated kicks over and over and over, very fast in the stomach. Oh, right. Ora ora ora. So just okay. That's kind of crazy. He grabs him by the collar, essentially pulls him towards himself, using that momentum to kick through his stomach. And off he goes. I'm not regenerating fast enough. That all you got? Get up. I can still. Instructor Sasaki lifts up his hand. Stay back. We can still fight. We're not just gonna stand here and watch. Investigate Mitsuki. That's an order. He's almost. Toru, stay out of his way. Okay. He's almost like a different person. So he just goes. Okay, this look is okay, so yeah, Kaneki needs to get rid of the coat. The coat was not doing him any favors. This looks much better with the black striped pants. That is much better. You're not getting by us, Mr. Orochi. Good. You definitely intrigue me more than those punks. I'm not so sure if I should be honored. But I don't think you want to get to know. Oh yeah, he's entering that state of mind. Okay. Yeah, he's entering that state of mind. He says, I don't think you want to get to know me. So they get chills. Goes for the attack. A sword. What the? His Kagune's way quicker now. Brings back memories. And, okay, just stabs through him. From the ground. I was too focused on guarding my rear. I wasn't paying attention below. Look at the sword he changed to look like Tsukiyama. The French guy. Oh, right. Yeah, I see it. Fair. Oh. Okay, there's more from below. Piercing him. Just returning the favor. And he falls down. I'm dying. I'm dying. Is that how it goes? Oh, buddy. Guess you still haven't found salvation, huh? Wait, what? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, interesting. Wait, who's that? What's with his voice? Nishio, what did I just say? Sorry. Yeah, so I guess this is a confirmation that Kaneki isn't just using a disguise, but he's actively repressing whatever memory he has. Been training because he was a bum before. I mean, years have passed, so yeah. And he doesn't have Antaiku to rely on, so he kind of has to. But yeah, Kaneki is clearly like trying to repress any memory he has of his past life, I guess. Time's up. Wait! Falls to his knees. I'm calling off pursuit of Orochi. Investigate Hirako's squad. Kuramoto, Takeomi, respond with C5, C9. Rest of you, back us up. We're handling the Wraith double S Ghoul Heise. Wraith double S Ghoul. Takeomi, nice Bujin. You got special investigator DNA in you. Where does the name Heise come from? I don't really remember that, to be honest. Okay, so they speed blitz him while he's in a he's having a mental block, chopping his side, chopping his Kagune. Akira, yeah, I got this. So Mado's on the rooftop. Okay, dripped the fuck out with a sniper. I got this. Get some rest, Heise. We still didn't learn the... Oh, okay, fair enough. So she takes aim. Rank 1 Investigator Heise Sasaki. Go ahead. Take your time pulling yourself together. Wait, rank 1 Investigator Heise Sasaki. Heise Sasaki is a half-ghoul. He is the victim of the Aogiri tree and mad scientist Kano's attempt to turn human into a ghoul by implanting them with a kakuho. There are a number of rules when it comes to dealing with him. 1. Heise Sasaki is to be treated as a human. 2. Okay, so they're having dialogue in between. I'm a Ghoul investigator with the Mado squad. I'm the mentor of the King's squad. We're in pursuit of the torso. Okay. Heise Sasaki is to be treated as a human. 2. In the event his Kagune becomes uncontrollable and there are no other options, he shall be deemed a ghoul and eradicated. Okay, fair enough. Who are you? Who are you? I'm Heise Sasaki. Okay, so he's crying. If possible, he is to be controlled with restraint, like RC suppressants. However, if and when the time comes, we will eradicate Heise. He knew the risks, yet he tried to save you guys. That's right, you are Heise Sasaki. Okay, so they... Huh. Okay, there's... So this is not an infiltration mission, I think. It seems he's repressing his memories. Because just seeing Nishio fucked him up. You saw the struggle of him remembering and his other half being like, no, you do not remember him. Heise Sasaki's face off with the Orochi, all engraved in their hearts, jealousy and fear. Akira, it's all right. Nobody's dead. Don't get up, Heise. That's an order. A few days after the failed attempt at capturing the torso and the Orochi. CCG main office, S3 conference room. I was summoned by Investigator Arima. It's been a while, Heise. Okay, so chapter's over. And we enter a mini flashback. Chapter 8, Regent. So wait, do all the chapter names start with RE? Okay, not all of them. So we have... Hold up. So we have Reader to Leader starts with RE. Then chapter 4, Remit to C. And then chapter 5, Resist. Chapter 6, Reaction to a Reaction. Chapter 7, Remind. Chapter 8, Regent. Chapter 9, Recreation. Okay, so I guess that's what the RE stands for. So all the most of the chapters start with RE. Fair enough. So, Regent. And dude got smacked in the face. As squad leader, wait, a squad leader can't put his squad members at lives at risk. Oh, that was okay. So that's Kaneki, or in the actually no, that's a different. Okay, so since it's a personality disorder thing, that's Heise or Sasaki. So that's Sasaki smacking me in the face. Yeah, I know it's the promotion guy. Yeah. So that's Sasaki smacking him in the face. It's dangerous to show our backs to the enemy. I took the possibility of the Orochi pursuing and attacking us from the rear into consideration. Does that warrant a slap in the face? Yes, because you're a fucking dumbass. Fuck. Just okay. If after this chapter he gets written off the manga, I'll be happy and I might just continue without any complaints. Because he's just pissing me off. If you had engaged him head on, you would have been killed. Ghoul investigators must run even if their arms and legs are torn off. We'll have our chance as long as we're alive. What can we do if we're dead? Urie, I'm relieving you from duty as squad leader of the King's squad. Okay. It's customary for the highest ranking investigator to be in command of a squad. The highest ranking investigator of this team is me. I've decided you're unfit to serve as squad leader. I'll change my ways. I've asked you to repeatedly. I make the decisions. I find this unacceptable. Oh wait. Oh, okay. So that's Urie saying, "I'll change my ways," and then Sasaki says, "I ask you to repeatedly. I make this decision." And then Urie says, "I find this unacceptable." And then Sasaki, it's an order. And he mumbles, "But you're a ghoul." Yeah, so that slap better turn into a straight up punch right now. Or that works. That works too. Urie, you piece of shit! Yeah, honestly, just write him out of the story. Write him out of the story. He does nothing but piss us off. Or at least piss me off. He's had no positive impact on the story other than just making shit go back in order to be saved. Sasan put his life on the line to save our asses. If you have the gall to call him a ghoul, then you're even worse than a ghoul. I'm gonna kill you right here, right now. Go for it. Urie, I'd like you to apologize to Instructor Sasaki. You useless hippo. Fucking no! Please get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. I don't want him. I do not want him in this fucking story. Shirazu, let him go. No matter what he says, no matter what he says, my decision is final. Besides, I've already selected a new squad leader. I'm pointing. It has to be the girl. Or the... No. That's a trans man, if I'm not wrong. Born female, transitioning, or at least identifying as male. Rank 3 investigator Shirazu as squad leader. Really? You're choosing the dumbass. I mean, the previous one was also a dumbass, so I guess that checks out. I'm not through with you, Urie. Huh? Me? Hold on, Sasan. Isn't it usually someone smart? Okay, the fact that you acknowledge that already makes you more fit than Urie. Isn't it usually someone smart? Academically, I'm worse than Psycho. I believe the leader of a squad should be somebody who works for the team. I'd like to try you as squad leader. Okay. What the hell does a squad leader even do? We'll discuss this more later. Urie, you keep disobeying me and I'll eat you. I'm a ghoul, remember? Fair. Come on, let's go to bed. We've got an early start tomorrow. And he walks out the room and starts crying. Is this the battle I should be fighting? Okay, so this was all a mini flashback right before the meeting, I guess. So now we have Sasaki in front of Arima. So, Ginshi Shirazu as a squad leader, huh? What happened to Kuki Urie? And why? Why are they standing on top of the desk, on top of the table? Okay, my mouse is acting up. Urie is certainly a good investigator. He's a fast learner and has a good sense for investigation. He attended the academy on a scholarship like Koroiwa, and they let him skip grades so he could start training. Oh, they're sparring. So he's attacking casually, and Sasaki is dodging, it looks like. So they're just sparring while having their meeting. But whether you're an investigator or not, in any situation, character is what counts. Shirazu may not seem like it, but he's aware of what's going on around him. An interesting choice, Heise. It's very you. I hope Urie learns from this. With time, I think Shirazu will improve his planning and decision-making skills and gets kicked in the stomach. And he falls down. Has a pen aimed towards him. I can see it, he says. Not bad, Heise. But I know you're faster. Lose the lag between your upper and lower body. Investigate Arima. Didn't you want to talk to me about the other day? Because I couldn't control myself. We not only lost the torso, but the Orochi who Investigator Hirako was after got away too. I don't know how I can make it up to Investigator Hirako for this blunder. Okay, so then Anima says, "Here, the book I borrowed." I don't think Hirako cares, he says. Thanks. It was short, but I enjoyed Kafka's A Crossbreed. Oh, you get a sense of Kafka's detached sense of humor. It's a good short story. You were pushed to the brink and you needed to use your Kagone, and so you did. That's all there is to it. All you need to do is expand your limits. Did you hear that voice again? Yes, sir. He whispers in my ears. Use me. Lend me your body. I think he's trying to say, give him back his body. I think it's who I once was. 20 years of my life are missing. Okay. 20 years of my life are missing, but no matter how difficult this job is, I want to be of service to people. I haven't led the Quincy's that well either, but I want them to become capable investigators. I have investigator Mato to help me, and I enjoy these conversations with you too. I don't have a reason to be, but I'm actually quite happy. If I go back to who I once was, I feel like I lose everything I've accomplished over these past few years. That's what I'm afraid of. And then Arima asks, don't you ever want to see your family, friends from the past? And he says, I have a family. You're my You're my father, and Investigator Mato is my mother. Kidding, okay. That's a fucked up joke. That's one hell of a family. That would make you the father of the Kingseys then. Yeah, they are a handful. I'd like to borrow another book. I'll stop by the chateau sometime. What? No, you don't have to. I'll bring them to you. Okay, so time passes. Don't worry. I can still fight. It's okay. Even if I lose control and can't come back to who I am. I'd like to see my grandkids. Come on, let's wipe the desks down. Yes, sir. We don't want the Chief Bureau finding out about this. Still haven't found salvation, huh? After he stabbed him twice in the brain and gave him a free lobotomy? Is that what happened? Even if it's a make-believe family. I forgot to bring up the Orochi. The Aogiri tree continues to grow in strength. The CCG has its hands full responding to the victims from today. Uriko, I guess, gets a can of soda thrown at him. Yo, I'm only here because Toru won't stop bugging me. I'm sorry I kicked you, but you deserved it. Yes, he did. Do not apologize for that. Act like a squad leader already, huh? Shirazu. This some kind of joke? Yeah, you hate sweet stuff, don't you? Uri, let's work together. If we do, we can take on ghouls as powerful as the Orochi. But for now, maybe we could do some things about Psycho. Let's shut in. That's an order. Okay. Strange written dialogue. Whoa. Mado Squad Investigation Office. Nothing that ties directly to the torso, but yeah. With this information, we've narrowed down his movements considerably. If Shimoguchi hadn't held out on us, we would have captured him by now. Only those who were at the scene know you lost control, Heise. I doubt Shimoguchi will make a big stink about it. We got the torso's physical description within our head. Oh, hold up. We got the torso's physical description within our deadline. Heise, we'll boss him around as much as we want to know. By the way, Mom? Who are you calling Mom? I mean, Investigator Motto. Did anything turn up at the Torso's house? Oh, Shimaguchi squad is still going through it. I hear it's filled with torsos. Even taking into account that it's a ghoul's den. They say it's quite an unusual scene. That reminds me, they found something interesting. Okay, so she got a phone call. Motto here. Investigator Motto, we have an emergency. Shimaguchi squad is investigating the Torso residence. They've been attacked by the rabbits. Aogiri's rates double as Ghoul. Alrighty then. So they're still together in some way, shape, or form. Except they're in the Aogiri. Okay. So that's chapter 8. Give me a moment. Alright, I'm back. I am backeth. Alright. On to chapter 9. Oh, hold up. I forgot to reply to a friend of mine. Do-do-do. Alright, let us continue. And damn, my my chair just keeps knocking against my my desk. Okay, so chapter 9, Recreation. Investigator Shimaguchi. So he's in a hospital bed. I'm sorry about your squad. You can leave your gift over there. This isn't just a friendly visit. I know you're hurt, but I need you to tell me what happened. What happened at the Torso residence? I got my ass beat, man. It was a rabbit. They just fucked me up. The rabbit. Aogiri's rates double S Ghoul. Double S is kind of crazy. He's one of the S2 squad targets, isn't he? Yeah, we believe he's a relatively young ghoul. It's not a he, right? The rabbit is what's her name? Fuck. The little girl. Forgot her name. Fuck. Damn it. That's annoying. Okay, once again, my name memory is kicking me in that. Ghouls? Ghouls? Wait. Two rabbit mask ghouls? Tolka and yeah, the little girl, the one who Kaneki was taking care of. She also was playing the. She initially played the rabbit's role before Tolka, right? Forgot her name. Fuck. And I know this wasn't Tolka. Otherwise, I would have said it. I don't remember. I don't forget Tolka's name, but the little girl. We believe he's a relatively young ghoul. He showed up about 3 years ago, killing an investigator in the 20th ward. And an assistant special investigator in the 7th. He's grown in power and presence over the year. My father, Kurio, was killed by him in Fueguchi. Damn, oh, this is so annoying. What's her name? I'm gonna Google it. Hinami. Holy shit, Hinami. That's the one. At least I'm right about that, right? That's supposed to be Hinami. Because if I recall right, she had one incident with killing a investigator, and that was before Tolka took the role of the rabbit. Unless I'm misremembering stuff once again. Investigator Arima tells me he was a brilliant investigator. He taught him how to use a kinke. Both ghouls are part of the Aogiri tree. It's probably safe to assume that Karao Saiki, the torso, who's gone missing, is now affiliated with them. The torso... No, I doubt the torso... Wait, no. I doubt the torso is affiliated with them. Because none of the characters we've seen before was doing torso shit. Oh, Toka was the first rabbit we've seen. She was out for revenge for Hinami's mom. That was a black rabbit after. Did I just misinterpret that moment? Because I could have sworn it was Hinami who took revenge. Unless I just completely misremembered or misinterpreted that incident. Hold up just a moment. All right. Oh, hold up. That's a new person in chat. Lily. The investigators know Hinami and Rabbit are distinct ghouls. Her last name is Fueguchi, and Mado speaks of Rabbit and Fueguchi. Fair point. Am I just misremembering, or did I just completely misinterpret that whole incident? Because it's not like... Because Hinami's parents got killed. I do remember that. And I remember a revenge incident. But I think I just always interpreted that as Hinami taking revenge. Not Tolka. I guess I just misunderstood that moment when it happened. Okay, fair enough. Tolka and Hinami together killed Mado? Yes, but there were no witnesses in that moment, right? Tolka is the white rabbit. I think you did. Hiname did kill Mado, but the CCG, no, she did it alongside the rap. Okay, so so I guess that's the moment that I remember, because yeah, so Hinami did kill Mado, the freak who's obsessed with Kagune. Because I do remember that. But with that specific incident, there were no witnesses, and in that specific moment, I think Kaneki was holding off big dude, big homie. That iconic moment when he told him to go and that he didn't want to kill him. For Amon, yes, Okay, so so that's what happened, and I don't think Amon saw Hinami killing Mado, right? Toka was going around as the rabbit looking for Mado, and when she thought Hinami was okay, huh? Okay, fair enough. Guess I just either I still can't tell if I misremembered or I just completely misunderstood that whole incident. Anyway, let's continue. And also, welcome to the stream, Lily. Forgot to welcome you there. Sorry about that. The recordings of the conversations in the cab found at the Torso's residence. What were they doing with them? Who knows? It's still a mystery what they did with them. Remember, they spoke of how you can tell a ghoul by the wound of their Kagune, right? So essentially it's the detective work. Tolka as a rabbit killed a couple of mob investigators and the CG had her Kagune marks. Okay. It's not a stretch to think they used them to find... Okay, fair point. No, the blame was put on the rabbit for killing Mado, but Kaneki's friend, when he was at CG, did theorize that the rabbit was out for revenge for a week ago. Okay. Also, hello. Yeah, what up? Welcome. The issue is that the Aogiri used him to gather some kind of information. Recruiting ghouls, hiding in society, hiring them to do a job. And like the Torso, if their identity in human society is compromised, they bring them into the organization, augmenting their strength. The trunk gets even wider, the branches spread even farther. The threat of Aogiri now extends to the general public. Okay. What does Aogiri mean, actually? So, I'm guessing there's two words in there. Ao means blue. I'm not sure what Giri means. So, like, Ao is blue something. Blue something tree. Wait, Aogiri is just straight up a kind of tree? Oh, really? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, fair enough. I didn't know that. If the Torso sought protection from Aogiri, Squad S1, S2, or S3 will take over the case, especially with Shimoguchi's squad in that state. The King's squad is going back to square one. If you think, I think you guys will be taking on supporting role for other squads. I like how they're driving in a Prius. Feels like those cars have just completely vanished out of public sight. Feels like I haven't seen a Prius in God knows how long. I believe it has ties to classical Japanese poetry. Okay, but does the word aogiri itself in Japanese does it have a definition, or is it just straight up the kind of tree? You think Investigator Shimoguchi will be alright? He survived but lost all his men. Ooh. Even the most hardened of us would feel pity for his situation. It's not easy. Losing those you've spent time with. Investigator Model's usually self-assured expression was a little sad. Yeah, I still do not buy that Amon is dead. I still don't buy it. Of course, if I'm wrong, like if I'm whether I'm right or wrong, don't tell me. Do not correct me. Do not confirm what I said. I still do not believe that he's dead. Like the way his death was announced at the end of part 1. That shit was wild. CCG main office. We're back with this scumbag. Strengthen Kagune. Yes. Like Investigator Sasaki's? Squad leader Urie. You and Shirazu. Shirazu's the squad leader. Was that on purpose, old man? Right, my apologies. You and squad leader Shirazu seem to have a good handle on your Kagune. I understand why you want more power. But let me explain your physicology again. Okay. The King's procedure, also known as the Kakuho implantation method, was invented by Koitsu Shigio, who got the idea from the half ghoulification procedure performed by Kano on Investigator Sasaki. The same process has also been applied in manufacturing kinkis. The difference between the King's procedure and manufacturing kinkis is that after the kaku is removed from the ghoul, it's coated with kinke steel and implanted in the subject's body rather than being placed in a casing. 5 frame levels are placed onto the implanted kakuho, making it possible to adjust its rate of operation and observe its progress more efficiently with less risk. So we have the levels are called F1, F2, F3, and then there's numbers attached to them: 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay. The gate has been set at F2 for all of you. Okay. Your Kakuho rate of operation is currently at 40%. In other words, if the frame level is increased... Okay, F stands for frame. Okay. If the frame level is increased, my Kagune gets more powerful. I don't recommend that, though. It's a little too late to claim morals now, Shiba. You and Chigyo are no different from Kano. All you want is a claim for innovating the techno... Okay, dumbass. Use your fucking brains. It has drawbacks. It's not about morality. I'm ready for it. Urie Kuruiwa. Takeome Kuruiwa. Age 20. Wait, that's his son? Is this the first time we've seen him? Huh. Is Investigator Sasaki alright? If you're talking about the other day, our squad mentor isn't that weak. I see. You were only able to handle Investigator Sasaki because you had the support of investigators Hirako and Ito. Don't get cocky, Koroiwa. Bro, it's not that deep. What is with this guy? What is with this guy? It's not that deep. They needed to put him out of his misery. He was at the brink of going back into that state. He was at the brink of mental collapse. He couldn't even fight back. It's not that deep. Yeah, of course. A rank 2 Although I am too taking down a rate SS asshole. Even though I followed procedure, I did draw my weapon against the superior. I'd like to apologize to him personally. When would be a good time to pay him? It's, again, even to you, it's not that deep. You did what you had to do. That was procedure. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm sorry, but I don't know his schedule. Don't talk to me like you're indifferent towards me. It pisses me off. Stay out of my way. Apologize. Yeah. Talking only helps to a certain extent. Some people just straight up need to get shit through them to them. This guy is one of them. This guy will not listen to words. Doesn't matter what you do, what you say, he's not gonna listen, and there's only one thing that will get through to his dumbass. Your father abandoned my father. I'll never forget that. Why didn't he fight him? How does he live with himself after abandoning his superior? He has no shame. Has he no shame? I'll never forget it. Either ask another QS squad member or I understand your father lost his arm in the owl eradication operation 2 years ago. Go fight him yourself. He should have died. So not only is he not so okay. So not only is he a piece of shit, not only is he stupid as fuck, he also wants one of the cooler characters to have died. Koro Iwa, he was not like he wasn't that major of a character, he, but the role that he was supposed to play, he did really well. He was dope. It was enjoyable to watching him engage in combat with ghouls, watching him care for his subordinates. It was a dope guy. He was a cool guy. And now this piece of shit comes in. Also, the music stopped, so let's start again. Okay, I've been searching, and Aogiri tree is literally referencing the Chinese parasol tree. One cultural thing about it is that in Japan and Chinese mythology, it's the only tree a phoenix. Oh, oh, okay. So a symbolism for rebirth. Interesting. So a symbol for rebirth or revival of some sort. Do you know how my father died? Do you know what it feels like for your father to be in pieces and coughing? Do you, Takeomi Koriwa? I hope I can study under Investigator Sasaki someday. He has such elegant swordsmanship. It's like he's controlling water. Sure. I'm sure he... It should be me. Once you join Aogi... How old is he? I'm sure they told us his age in the beginning of the in the first 5 chapters, but I don't remember. How old is he? Because he's straight up behaving like a 15-year-old. Excuse me. $19. Okay. Straight up, Suzuya, as fucked up as he was in his head, or still is, as messed up as he was, or as messed up as he is, he still came off as more mature as this guy. And I think Suzuya was Suzuya younger? He at least looks a lot younger. I don't think I'll ever be able to like this guy, honestly. Suzuya was literally a slave? True, but despite that, there's all sorts of things wrong with him. Emotionally, mentally, completely messed up. And still showed better maturity than this guy does. A word of advice. The brass isn't as nice as us. So think before making your decision. My cover's blown. Wherever I go, I'll be. If I join them, maybe I can. Saiki. Yes, Ayato. Right. Ayato, don't be so scared. I just want to talk. Was there a guy called Sasaki with a Q? Okay, that's interesting. So we still... Okay, so he's trying to join the... Huh? Okay, so he got caught in the in the chat in the previous stream. He got caught. Or not got caught. He didn't get physically caught, but like he got found out. Now he can't be a cab driver anymore. So his only way to escape is to join the Aogiri. And now Ayato, just based off of this conversation, already seems like he's grown a lot. Like he feels a lot more mature. Like this statement right here. Once you join Aogiri, it won't be easy getting out. And he's like, the brass isn't as nice as us, so think hard before making your decision. So something definitely changed within him, or he just grew. But he's definitely a lot different compared to when we last saw him. Yo, Lucas, what up? I think he's 19. Suzuya could be, yeah. His father died, and he thinks he's Guts from Berserk. No. There's a reason why Guts is, in my opinion, the best written character ever. How did the music already end? What the fuck? The whole point of Guts is not that he's edgy for having a shitty, to say the least, childhood, but it's the fact that he's trying not to be a shitty person because of it, despite of it. Wait, Ayato's a bum? Wait, what? That's kind of crazy to say. Okay. He stopped 20 minutes. What is this slander? What? So first Lucas comes in, calling Ayato a bum, and then Norman defending while still trashing Ayato. I mean, I'm not active in the Tokyo Ghoul community at all, but I always assumed that someone like Ayato was a fan favorite. Was there a guy called Sasaki with the QS? And we switch scenes. So Sasan, what's What's Shirazu's squad's new mission? Our new target is the Nutcracker. Rate unknown. And he just smacks him on the head. I just wanted to look the part. Oh, he put glasses on. Okay. Look carefully at the mask Ayato has in his head. Rabbit. Is that the same one? Is that supposed to be the rabbit? The ears don't look big enough. Also, that just that just looks like Giga Chad Pikachu. Hold up. This is what the mask is. This is the rabbit. Like the nose is there, like the thick jawline, the chin. Yo, a couple chapters from now, we get a full design, a full panel drawing from him, and it's just straight up Giga Chat Pikachu. Oh, hold up, what's going on here? Nutcracker. Oh, it's that kind of Nutcracker. Oh. Nutcracker. Is that a candy? No. Do it. Okay, this straight up looks like that one. I've never watched it, but that one scrawny dude from Lord of the Rings always goes like, "My precious," like from behind the straight. Straight looks like him. And she has black teeth. What's a nutcracker? It's a tool for cracking. Gollum? Yeah. I think that's the one. Gollum? Yeah, that's the one. No, from behind. From behind, it sort of looks like him. I don't know why. It's just. It's a tool for cracking nuts. Okay, yeah, okay. So he looks drastically different, but in this, like with this silhouette. In other words, oh god. Wait, we doing this? We're really gonna do it? Yeah, we're really gonna do it. Do I want to scroll down? Leg's very skinny? Whose leg? Why isn't scroll working here? Or zoom? Her leg? That's... Her leg is normal. That's straight up a normal looking leg. So she puts her foot down there. Our target likes crushing men's testicles. Now, hold up. Does she kill them afterwards? Or does she keep him, or does she just let him leave? And slurping them up. Okay. That sounds painful. We lost track of torso. Of the torso, so we're off that case for now. We'll be supporting this investigation. Let's be careful to not get our nuts cracked. Suzuya squad. Oh! Oh, speak of the devil. Suzuya squad from the 13th is leading the investigate. Okay, okay, growth. Now, here's a moral dilemma. Sure, this is hella fucked up and painful, but this seems consensual. This just looks like an extreme version of prostitution. So is the CCG just gonna go killing a ghoul prostitute? Because it's not like he's trying to stop her. It seems more like he's in disbelief that it's going to happen. He doesn't seem like he's against it. Suzuya. Because if that's all she's doing, she's by far the mildest ghoul. As painful as that is. He's a master with knives. Maybe he can teach you a thing or two, Mitsuki. Yeah. Fryfan and Ablaxol? Not even close, Shirazu. You close with him, Sasan? Not sure. He gave me money in the past. Oh, wait, he gave me money for the first time I met him. Here's what I owed you. Why does he have black hair there? I don't want to shame people for their kink, and I don't know whether shit is too... No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. if it's consensual, have at it. And this does not look like he's having any issues with it. But it's maybe the slurping part afterwards. Maybe that's where the complaints are coming from. Like, I'm pretty sure the crushing he has no problems with, but the slurping up, that might be where he draws the line. He's a bit strange, but he's a hard worker. I like him. A bit strange. A hard worker. Coming from Sasan. Let's grab some coffee and head home. Sure. Your treat? Yeah, my treat. Finding good cafes has been a hobby of mine, since I was a rank 2 investigator. Hey, Shirazu. Saiko's coming home at 9 tonight. Got it. We'll strike then. R.E. No, wait, is that... How do you pronounce it? Ray? Maybe Re. Let's check it. Is that the new Antaiku? People in real life seem to do BDSM and stuff like that. It's just an extension. Yeah, the extension is mostly the slurping part. That aroma. This place definitely serves great coffee. My nose kagune is telling me that. Our sea cells are amazing. Nose kagune. Okay, this is nicely drawn. Everything's all shiny and clean. Oh, I didn't even see him. Oh, well, okay, welcome back. See, there's a cool barista. I think they're ignoring us. That's because you know we're first-timers. That's because you know we're first-timers. Not again. How many times do I have to tell you? Then how are we supposed to get our coffees? Tolka looks good. Damn. I guess she painted or dyed her hair? And it looks like her appearance triggered inner Kaneki. Wow, okay. And that's chapter 9. And it says to be continued in Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 2. Why didn't why didn't they wait until chapter 10 to have just like 10 chapters in one volume? I haven't read Tokyo Re, but I know the scene. Really? Okay. I don't know if it's just this panel, but honestly, this hair looks better on her than the black hair. Chapter 10. And we see a black manga panel or manga page, which indicates a flashback, I think. Sun. Read out, chapter 10. And we see a pair of shoes dropped there. Sasan. Oh, sorry, what? Snap out of it, man. So what's the schedule tomorrow? Oh, sorry. We're meeting Suzuya squad, so let's leave at 7:30 p.m. a.m. Oh, this side doesn't show the covers for the volumes. Let me Google it. Tokyo Ghoul RE Volume 1 cover. Volume 2? Wait, Volume 2 should be a spoiler, right? Because this is the first chapter of Volume 2, so I should look for Volume 2 after this whole batch. Okay, so this is... Okay, Tokyo Ghoul RE 1. So this is the first volume. Volume 1, nothing too crazy. Not really. Alright, let's take a look at it. You can see it, okay. Oh. Okay. Not bad. Alright. And like, there's something... I mean, we've only seen one panel of her, but she doesn't seem troubled. Or she... Anyway, let's continue. He's been acting weird since we left the cafe. I wonder what's up. I don't know. Hey, Urie, where'd you go today? Main office. Our next case is the Nutcracker? That was quick. How'd you find out so fast? Suzuya's squad must be handling it. That could be a problem. Shirazu, Urie. Here. Hi, Toru. Psycho's here. Okay. Girl on her bed playing with a... I guess that's a PSP? PlayStation Portable? Racked up enough the devotion points Time to mate with the Ice Prince. Bear with me, a strong child, my Hime. Yo, that's I only know her from memes, from meme clips. Like this one clip where she gets home from school or work, grabs all bunch of snacks, a huge bottle of Coke, shuts the blinds, turns the lights off, and sits in front of the Omar-chan. Yeah, I think so. I only know her from the memes. I don't know what anime that's from or manga, but whenever I see those clips, they make me laugh. They're funny. Gasp! It's getting closer. 2, no, 3. Oh, is that Nutcracker? Okay, dude with hella long arms. So they stand in front of the door. I hate my mind, man. Hold up. Let me. Again, makes me think of something. Like the way they're standing there. Hold up. The way they're standing there. What? The moment she opens the door, this is what I'm expecting. That's I don't know why that's the first thing that came up. Like she opens the door, and this is what you'll get. Them standing like that. As a member from their team, I guess. It's actually kind of sad because the author some months ago said he based the character on his sister. Who, the Nutcracker? Do Doki Doki Literature? I don't know that meme. I know the name Doki Doki Literature Club. I've never read it, so I don't know. I don't even know what that looks like. Omaru. Oh, really? Like, oh, wow. Okay, that's. Oh damn, that's kind of sad. Psycho, we know you're in there. Open the door. Oh, oh, she's not the Nutcracker. Okay, I was about to say like the hair is different. Open the door. She's not responding. Shirazu, I can totally hear her breathing. I'm a smellfish. I'm a mussel. Psycho, we know you're in there. You give us no choice. If there's anyone with the slightest bit of animation skills, the Gachikuta scene that I showed, do that to right here. Like, take this panel, animate it, and have them, like, bopping their heads. Like that. Kagune, you guys are... King says! Oh, right, it is a PSP. Or at least, in this case, it's a 2S2. You are too. So, why aren't you working the case? Why aren't you working the case with us? Well, oh, I like how she's holding her introduction panel. Saiko Yonibayashi, just turned 20, rank 3 investigator. Oh, she's short, 143 centimeters, and her finger is hiding her weight. Nice. We could use media of like the panel, the introduction box. Hiding the way too, yeah. Because Uriya was like, each of us will eventually work cases in order to hone our skills, or our Sasa skills. That's what he said. Uriya, it's all your fault then. I didn't tell her to slack off. Also, I'm the squad leader. What? You were replaced? Did you do something less curious? Less kivious. Okay, yeah, okay. Less kivious. Lascivious is an adjective used to describe a person, behavior, or expression that is driven by or intended to arouse strong... Okay, was not expecting... Okay, yeah, he definitely did not do that. Shut up, forget about me. My policy from now on is you're going to get up off your ass and close cases as a QS. That way we'll all be raking it in. I think the door's broken. I like the sound of it. But I make enough now to chill. So you're aware that you're a slacker. Yonibayashi. Yeah? Investigator Sasaki hasn't told you out of kindness. But the commission has plans to relieve you of your duties. Are you serious? I didn't know that. They're gonna fire Psycho? Yeah, at this point, bring back Gourmet. Let me trade. Take him out, bring back Gourmet. I'll be happy. Investigator Sasaki will probably keep it to himself until it's official, but not a single redeeming quality. Like, not a single one. He hasn't shown a single likable trait. This guy at least is taking his job seriously. He has admitted he's a dumbass. He has the self-awareness, which already is something... It's already a lot more than what Uriya has shown. So he's well on his way to make himself likable, but this... Nah. He's on the grind. Your worry-free life is financed by commission funds. Your salary is too, of course. And that's not cheap. Waste gets eliminated. That's how the world works. Once you're out, you won't retrieve any support from the CCG. You'll have to go back to your mother's bar. You were a Ghoul investigator, right? How long ago? That was a long time ago. It will be awfully tough to blend into society with our bodies. Looks like she'd be good at it though. You wouldn't actually like that, would you? Indeed not. We're screwed if we leave the CCG. Back to my mother's. Read the surgical consent form we signed carefully, idiots. If we got assistance from the CCG in return for going underground the King's procedure. That won't stop us. That won't stop just because we leave the commission. We'll handle the difficult cases. You need to devote yourself to the squad before they make it official. I need her to be motivated for once. I didn't use Yonebanashi before, because her inability to manage her time would have wreaked havoc upon us. Honest. Cycle Yonebashi is a cog that doesn't fit. With her in the fold, Shirazu's squad will go off track and... He's not that bad, he lied. No, keep reading. Literally the next page. Saiko Yonebayashi is a cog that doesn't fit. With her in the fold, Shirazu's squad will go off track in no time, and when it does, Investigator Sasaki will have to reconsider in order to make him the squad leader again. That's his motivation. Not a single redeeming quality. If anything, he is the cog that doesn't fit. What are you, my beloved Dark Triad Master Manipulator Sigma? He is what people think Chihiro is from Kagurabachi. At first glance, people see Chihiro and they just immediately assume he's an emo edgelord, whatever bullshit. He's do not insult Sasuke like no that. Do not slander Sasuke like that. Sasuke was an edgelord at the beginning, yes, but he showed likable traits. He showed likable aspects to him, and kept growing as a character. Sure, he fell back into a darker path, but there was more to him. Sasuke was not driven by greed. Or not even, this is not even greed. This is, I don't know what this is. Oh, it might be the perfect analogy in how shit compared he is to Sasuke. This guy's dad died, so in order to take revenge, I think he wants to climb up the ladder and get the highest rank in order to find the ghoul that killed his dad, right? Sasuke. His main goal was, at the beginning of the story, was to kill Itachi for killing his entire clan. Now imagine if Sasuke, his method was, I need to become a Jonin. I need to become a special Jonin, a Ambu Black Ops. I need to become Hokage in order to be allowed to fight Itachi. And in order to do that, I need to sabotage everyone. I need to sabotage Team 7 in order to make it ahead of them. I think Sasuke wasn't that bad at the beginning. He wasn't. I don't think he was bad at the beginning. Like the first few chapters, he was a mega edgelord. That's what, because we didn't know much about him. But as we spent more time with him, we saw him like actually caring for the team and actually showing more depth, actually loosening up a little bit. Most part of Shippuden, he's just an edgelord. Even then, I think my least favorite aspect of Sasuke was his time with Orochimaru. And not specifically that he went with Orochimaru, but like, you know what? When the first time Naruto, and along with Yamato and Sakura and Sai, they finally found Sasuke in the Orochimaru hideout. And then Sasuke came down, hand over his shoulder, and looked within Naruto, met the Ninth-Tailed Fox. That was my least favorite moment of Sasuke. And the moment he broke ties with Orochimaru, I think that's when he started coming back. He started yeah, because he realized there were levels to this shit, and he saw no hopes of getting stronger with the regular methods. So he decided to go with Orochimaru. Anyway, let's continue. Yonibayashi will serve to disrupt the squad for now. Okay, I'll work. Oh, psycho. Even though that's what you should have been doing already. Well, we'll be leaving at 7:30 tomorrow morning. We got a meeting with Suzuya squad. Yes, sir. Thanks for talking her into it. Sure. You annoy me a lot, but that was impressive. I agree, that was impressive. I don't want to say anything, but you enjoyed it. We'll see. It's going to take a lot to win me over, because as for Gourmet, I just liked him from the moment I saw him, from the moment he got introduced, and I still dislike him to this day. I don't think he has done a single. I don't think he has served a single positive. He hasn't had a single positive impact on the story so far. All he's been doing is lusting for Kaneki. You could have easily write him out the story. Just never have introduced him to the story at all. Nothing would change. I'll be happy if both of them are written out of the story, but at this point, I'll take Gourmet over this fucker. I just liked how he changed just at the end of Naruto after he just got beaten by Naruto. I don't think he necessarily changed at the end of Naruto. I think the change already happened after he met the 4 Hokages. That's when they changed his mindset. But after his fight with Naruto, I think he just accepted defeat. That's what it came down to. Because like I said earlier, some people there's no talking to them, just like this guy. You gotta beat it into their heads, and that's essentially what Naruto did. Why couldn't you do that when you were squad leader? I did some self-reflection. From now on, I'm here for the squad. I'm counting on you, squad leader. We're meeting Suzuya squad tomorrow. Being late on the first day would be no joke. Like, how many... Okay, but how many men was in the wrong? He bit the shit out of Mark, but didn't solve anything. That didn't solve anything, but he didn't succeed. And speaking of which, today's the finale of Invincible, of season 4 of Invincible. I'm gonna watch it after stream. So no spoilers, but no spoilers for the last episode. Next day, 7:54 a.m. Psycho's late. We should be leaving. Technically, Omen is still a hero because he saved the planet many times over 20 years. Yeah, and then killed thousands in a single day. At the very least, thousands. That is crazy good. I hope so. I'm gonna check it right after stream. We should be leaving. That little. What happened to the psycho from last night? We should go. We'll be late. What do you want to do? Squad leader. Sasan, go ahead. I'm gonna go wake her ass up. But when Psycho sleeps in, nothing wakes her up. Everybody wakes up. Hey, Shirazu. Oh, well, let's go. Do you think you can wake her up? She didn't wake up when I banged on pots. Well, she didn't wake up when I banged on pots. Also, Kaneki or Sasaki, get rid of that coat. It doesn't look good on you. Or change to a black or a darker coat. Instructor Sasaki? Yeah. Nothing. And also, why are they driving in the Prius? I'm sorry we're late. We've been expecting you. Investigator Sasaki. The much awaited. Juzo. I thought for a moment they were going to say that this is fucking Juzo. No, it's Juzo's right-hand man. Hanbei Abara. Dark fits on everything, to be honest. Sure. But that coat just doesn't look good. At least not on Kaneki. Or on Sasaki. Okay, so he has the 13 mark on his arm. Also, where are his pupils? Hanbei Abara, rank 2 investigator, 190 centimeters. That's crazy. He's taller than me and lighter than me. I am 187 centimeters tall, and I'm at 56 kilograms. 50? No, holy fuck. 86 kilograms. And I'm not this. I wouldn't say I'm skinny, but I'm also not chubby either. I'm just, I guess, fit. So this guy is supposed to be, I guess, just straight up skinny. If he's lighter than me. Where's Juzo? He overslept. He's still a growing boy. We'll start without him. The connection between the Nutcracker and the Madams and the ongoing Gourmet Club. Okay. So I mentioned Suzuya. And the next page he gets mentioned. I mentioned Gourmet, and the next page he also gets mentioned. That woman. Oh, okay, so he's thinking about her. Please, have a seat. Oh, thanks. 3 coffees, please. She's so cute. I know. I thought you were into women like Investigator Akira. She's like the Virgin Mary of the CCG. Right, Instructor? She looks over at him. And he's completely zoned out. And then we have Yomo. Okay, so he just joins the table. Oh, he just sits at their table. What the fuck? Oh, we ordered 3 coffees. What's up with that old man? What are you doing? You'll scare away the customers. Shirazu, he's not an old man. Here you go. It smells great. Oh, it's delicious. We did We did hit the jackpot. You really do have a Kagune nose. Ain't that right, Sasan? Yeah, it's good. What? And he starts tearing up because inner Kaneki is tasting the memories in that coffee. It's really good. Don't exaggerate. That's some kind of new joke? This is weird. I don't know why I'm... Oh, thank you. It's really good. She smiled. A troubled smile. A little sad. I thought, what a beautiful girl. Thank you. And this is interesting because we are not seeing... We're only seeing them in how they are presenting themselves towards Kaneki. We're not seeing them how they are behaving off screen. So she most, both of them, Tolka and Yomo, they definitely recognize him. They kept their distance earlier on when they entered the cafe. But since they're not part of the main cast anymore, or at least for now, we are not seeing their inner monologues. We're not seeing their dialogues together, what they're discussing privately. So that won't change until Kaneki returns, and I guess confronts them, or actually I've been saying it wrong this whole time because I've been differentiating between Kaneki and Sasaki, but that is not right. Because we haven't seen Kaneki this entire time. We've seen Sasaki using the Kagune, and then we've seen like the demon version of Kaneki. So we haven't seen proper Kaneki. We haven't seen his real self. And I can't call this guy Kaneki either because he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know his past. Sure, he has the same personality traits. So like personality traits of Kaneki are still there. He still has the same kindness. He still has the same gentleness to him. But it's not Kaneki. I would say he is, in a way, he is more fierce than Kaneki. Like the self-doubt that Kaneki had, we do not see it within Sasaki, probably because of whatever happened to him, whatever surgery they performed on him. And then with the demon version that we've seen, the Ghoul version, like the fully taken over one, that's not Kaneki either. So the real Kaneki must be even buried even deeper. So I would say in order to get to the real Kaneki, he has to confront whatever the dark version of Kaneki is and go deeper than that to finally dig out the real Kaneki. So in a way, I don't know what surgery they performed upon him, but it would not surprise me if they separated Kaneki and that demon within him and put that demon as a barrier between the real Kaneki and Sasaki. As a defense mechanism so that Sasaki never remembers who he was in the past. But we did catch a glimpse of it when he saw Nishio. Just seeing Nishio's face in his demon state, in his ghoul state, like with the nose mask thing, that alone was enough to trigger to trigger a name. Love this scene because you can forget everything about the a person you love. You can forget the emotion. Yeah. It's also, it doesn't have to be this deep in real life, but sometimes memories are connected to smells, to tastes, to even to locations. Because sometimes, because back years ago, I used to be a truck driver, and I used to listen to podcasts, to all kinds of sort of music, and whenever I would re-listen to a podcast of some sort, I would while I'd be listening to it, I would remember exactly where I'd be driving, like which location, which customer I was visiting, which what I was doing at that time, the weather, which roads I was driving on, just because that memory is connected to that podcast that I listened to, and it also is the same to food or a certain smell. Sometimes, even to this day, sometimes I'd be smelling something and it just triggers something so nostalgic, and I just can't pinpoint where it's from. It smells so familiar, and it's something like very deep rooted, but I just cannot pinpoint where it's from. It feels I can't even pinpoint if it's a negative or a positive thing that I remember. I just remember that I know it, and it's from a long time ago. As we saw this white hair with the chair and handcuffs. Wait, what? Norman, who? I don't know who you're talking about. Yo, Hishaku Hideout, what up? Your senses lay out the. Isn't it lay out the book where? Yeah, pretty much. Basically, the Jason torture room connect with a. Okay, no, okay, yeah, I remember. Okay, I see what I see what you're saying. Because to this day, like even like I don't, it was either 2 chapters ago or 3 chapters ago, he still did the thing with the finger. He was still doing it, even though he should not remember. Even though that personal trigger should be gone through whatever they did to him, whether it's hypnosis or a straight up lobotomy, brain surgery, um, meant just I don't know, some sort of mental torture. It should be all gone, but he still does the finger thing. So we're now essentially, damn, kind of wild that I didn't spot it before, but it's not a double split personality, but it's split in three between Kaneki, Demon or Ghoul Kaneki and regular Kaneki. And regular Kaneki we have yet to see. And it's actually making me kind of sad that we don't get to interact with her. All right. I am not dropping Tokyo Ghoul. It has won me over again. Though I have to say, the first 7 chapters, those were not it at all. Those were like everything from everything up until Mado shoots Kaneki, garbage. But from that point on, it recovered, it's picked itself back up, and we're actually going somewhere now. Start of RE is rough. Rough is doesn't even cut it, man. Hold up. When did I do the last Tokyo Ghoul stream? Let me see. Which date was that? 18th of March was the last stream that I did. So more than a month. And it's not because I was too busy. It's not because I was too tired or anything. It's just I needed. It felt like a slog, and I didn't want to go through that again. And today, I really, really, really had to push myself to stream this this set of chapters today. Well, personally, I think in the long run, it's better than OG Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, the overall story, maybe. But hold up, let me show you something. We'll go there. So I rated these manga after reading the first 5 chapters. Chainsaw Man at 7.5, Ichi the Witch at 7, Full Metal Alchemist 7.5, Tokyo Ghoul first 5 chapters instant 9 out of 10, all the way towards the end 9 out of 10. So to me, part 1 of Tokyo Ghoul all the way through, sure there's ups and downs, but all the way through, easy 9 out of 10. Tokyo Ghoul RE, the first 5 chapters, I think this is generous, man. I think this 6.5 is me still being generous. I don't know what the fuck was going through the author's head, but that was not it. Like the last three three chapters that I read, or 2 chapters that I read, there was so much. It felt like finally getting back into Tokyo Ghoul. It felt familiar reading again, with the exception of Urie, because he can fuck off. Like reading the last 2 chapters, it felt familiar again. It felt okay. Yeah, this is Tokyo Ghoul. But those first 7 episodes, first 8 episodes, that was Trojan X. Is that the one manga that's also written by the Tokyo Ghoul author? Because that has been suggested to me before. Oh yeah, yeah, because these are all mangas that have been suggested to me. So Tokyo Ghoul, obviously I've already finished part 1 at least. Tokyo Ghoul RE I'm reading currently. Between these 3, I'll be reading a batch of chapters every Monday. So let's see. So next Monday will be Full Metal Alchemist, and then the week after will be Ichi the Witch, and then the week after Kagurabachi. And for these 4, I will not start until I finish Tokyo Ghoul RE or any of the other ones. It was a weird transition. Even weekly, Kaneki loses, and then we got a sequel with the random side characters, and most people just want Kaneki to. It's not even Kaneki to come back. It just felt like I guess the best way to describe it is curiosity bait. Like it's like he could have given us answers or at least hints much earlier, just at least give us something to work with. But it felt like the author was just telling us, "Oh, if you want answers, keep reading. You want more? Do you want to know what happened? Just keep reading. Keep reading, and you'll see. Just keep reading. Do not drop the story. Just keep reading." It felt like there was no confidence in those first 7, 8 chapters. It didn't. I was not feeling the confidence from the early Tokyo Ghoul. There is a way to like keep mysteries um, away from us while still giving us something to at least give us engaged, keep us engaged somehow. But this way was not it. That was it. Could have been done different. Any other way would have been preferable. Yeah, preferable. And also, I in general I want to read more manga on stream, but it's just very difficult because I mean I work a full-time job, so my time is very limited. And outside of work, I I go to the gym, I have Muay Thai practice, I have a social life outside of all that. Like I'm meeting friends, just whatever, birthday parties here and there. They're just regular stuff, going out for drinks, going out for dinners. So it's very difficult to read all these manga while having all that going on. So I could not read more than these four manga and One Piece and Kagurabachi. Mhm. The only hold up, let me see. Excuse me. Yeah, the only way I could do more manga streams, or the only way I would be able to read more manga is if people are interested through the membership program of YouTube, but that won't be available until I reach 500 subs. So then I would have to then I would have to do through like membership only streams for the people who are interested. Because doing it right now, if I just keep reading manga over and over like nonstop, it's just gonna exhaust me, and it's not gonna be enjoyable for me to read the manga in that mental state, and not enjoyable for you guys. So yeah, the Tokyo Ghoul streams will be back as per usual on Wednesdays. Next week we'll be doing chapters 11 all the way to 20. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going like that. 10 chapters a week until we finish. And then we pick up either of these manga. Depending on how I feel. Because chances are, Chainsaw Man, the way things are now with Chainsaw Man, I'm not too hot on it either. If certain aspects of the story do not change, things are not going well. There's only one aspect of the story that's actually piqued my interest and is keeping me engaged and continue reading. But if things don't change, I might just drop it. Yeah, I'm ready for Chainsaw Man Part 2. Don't know. I mean, I've been told the ending was not great. And as for part 2, I have no idea what to expect. I mean, even right now for part 1, I don't know what to expect. I hope the aspects that I don't like do improve. I hope they get better, or at least are shown less. But yeah, there's still a lot that I want to read. And also, outside of manga, I want to try something different. It's something that I'm working on off stream. But that will not be a live stream format. That'll be in a video format. Fujimoto stuff is a bit erratic. I got I mean, the concept of the story is interesting. I like the idea of it, but certain aspects of it, I just cannot accept in like in our current day and age. Outside, like even not even of it being acceptable or not acceptable, just even disregarding that. Like, how many more manga are we gonna get with a pervy character or a pervy or perverted old man teacher or anything along those anything like that? The ending is Attack on Titan bad. And part two is good at the beginning to the middle. Then it keeps reading. Okay, Attack on Titan bad. I mean, someone in chat said last week that it's worse than Game of Thrones ending, which I find really really hard to believe. Because the ending of Game of Thrones is just straight up the worst thing I've ever seen. Nothing comes close to that. Like not I like I think the worst anime manga that I've read is Fairy Tail. And even that does not come close to how bad the ending of Game of Thrones is. And yeah, Attack on Titan ending, not great to say the least. Was not a fan of it. It was like Attack on Titan I disliked so much that I just completely disconnected while reading. I just wanted to get it over with. And I felt so detached from the characters that certain moments that were supposed to hit so very hard just made me burst in laughter. With don't know if there's any people who are um not caught up or are still reading or watching Attack on Titan, but a certain scene. I'm just gonna recreate it. I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, so this is a figure of Luffy's head in Gear 5. This. That scene was supposed to hit hard and make us cry. I saw that and I just started laughing. Like laughing so fucking hard. Not because I thought it was bad, but just it just straight up looked like it was written as a comedy scene. Like someone said last stream, the ending of one of the is the ending of one of the JoJo parts, but a lot worse. Oh, I mean, there's only one ending that I can think of that I would, at least that I didn't like of JoJo's, and to me that's part six. To me, part six was phenomenal from start to end. Just the ending, I was not a fan of. Not necessarily bad. It's just, eh. Um. So wait, holy shit! I just noticed. so in this schedule that I've made, I didn't include Gachikuta at all. But that's fine. I'll just save Gachikuta until I finish one of the series or maybe drop one of the series. Because I mean, out of these, I mean, Full Metal is obviously a classic, and a lot of people consider it like one of the best animes ever. So for Full Metal, I do have high hopes for. I hope it's actually as good as people claim it is. Um, Tokyo Ghoul definitely surpassed my expectations, and Tokyo Ghoul obviously is a classic too. Kagurabachi, I really like Kagurabachi, and I've made the choice to not do it weekly anymore, and do it like once every month, and read 3 chapters in a row. I've made that choice deliberately, but I do damn. Like last Monday, I was like, "Fuck, I kind of want to read Kagurabachi, but damn, I have to wait." But out of these, out of this list, the one that actually felt the most unique was Ichi the Witch. Ichi the Witch, I'm really interested in. It had a, I would say, a solid start. I hope it delivers. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't go to shit. Next week is in Gold. Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah. So when you go back to chat, I don't know what it's like for Kagurabachi with scanlations, with the early scans and that sort of stuff. But for One Piece, we're most likely getting a chapter despite of Golden Week, and we'll have a delayed break. So I don't know if that's the case with Kagurabachi too. So usually with the scans and with the scans, yeah, like the chapter drops earlier before the official. So whenever there's a Shonen Jump break, or whether it's Golden Week or something like that, or anything, for One Piece at least, the chapter still drops, but the break comes a week after for us non-official readers. So we'll have to wait and see. And I do not read Kagurabachi on Viz. I read it on Manga Fire, so I'm not sure if that's the official translation or not. Hey. Most people read Kagurabachi on official release and avoid the scans and spoilers. That's actually impressive. I mean, I know it drops with Shonen Jump with the Shonen Jump magazine on Sundays, and that's why I chose to do it to do streams on Mondays. But when the anime comes in, I'm ready for JJK level spoilers. I'm actually scared for it because I hope Kagurabachi does not get the same fan base as JJK, because that would JJK fan base isn't. They were not pleasant. They were not nice to deal with. For JJK, I think I did 7 or 8 live streams, made it to chapter 80, and I think out of those 7-8 streams, I've had about 4 or 5 streams where people just came in chat and just started spoiling the major deaths. Like, even the names that I'd never heard of. I was like, who the fuck is that? But apparently he's dying. And of course, the big one, I knew that one before I even started reading JJK. JJK fanbase, or... Yeah, the JJK fanbase, I don't know what to do with that. It's not even that they were toxic. They were mad fucking weird, man. They were mad fucking weird. Because as far as I know, the characters of JJK are underage. And some of the shit people were saying in chat, I had to constantly tell them, like, tone it down, watch, fucking behave. And they didn't stop until I banned someone from being mad weird, for them to finally stop. A lot of JK leakers talked about Kagurabachi on Twitter. Most people hate on them. Wait, a lot of JJK leakers What do you mean JJK leakers? The manga's over, right? Talked about Kagurabachi on Twitter. Most people hate on them. And Miyamura, the main leaker, said he wouldn't spoil Kagurabachi. I mean, my issue was never with the leakers. I don't even know about them. No, it was a battle, but with more people, it will only get crazier. Wait, what? I think I'm missing some context. I don't know what that is. Like, what do the JJK leakers have to do with Kagurabachi? They said they wouldn't spoil Kagurabachi? Like, how would they spoil? Because they're leakers, and leaks are spoilers in general? Leakers, they scan pages. No. They scan pages and translate as early as possible. No, I get that, but like, what does that... Never mind. Never mind. I know what leakers do, but I'm still not getting the link between Kagurabachi. Like, why was it a conversation that they would spoil Kagurabachi? Little shit. All right. Okay, so yeah. Tokyo Ghoul, it has it has found its second wind. At JJK ended, they wanted this new series. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. I mean, if they want, they can go help the people of like the translators of what's it called, of Kingdom, because the Kingdom translators need all the help they can get. Because it's with those leakers. I mean, with the scanlation websites, it's not that they just translation the web. It's not that they just translate. They essentially just redraw the entire thing. That's what it kind of boils down to. They clean up the pages because they're scans, and like they kind of have to redraw everything, and then the translation process comes, which takes all of it takes about depending on the chapter, it could take somewhere between 6 to maybe 12 hours. But with Kingdom, because the panels are so highly detailed, there's such high quality, it takes so long to redraw them, and a lot of times they have no other way than to just release shitty quality manga chapters. And now they're even struggling with translations. So now the translations are even not great at all. So if they want to make themselves useful, they could go help out the people of Kingdom, because that would be great. It would be amazing if Kingdom starts uploading weekly or releasing weekly. Yeah, but if you saw a bit JJK League culture, they didn't give a shit. They would. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean the Gojo thing, that even hit my radar. But I didn't know anything about JJK at all. I just know the character Gojo back then, because he had similarities with Kakashi, and people were just glazing to no ends. That's all I knew. I just knew the character and that the anime and manga exists. And when that moment happened, I didn't follow a single JJK page. It was everywhere. It was all over the place. And I didn't follow a single JJK page, not a single JJK panel, but it was everywhere. People did not give a single shit. But even that, in terms of toxicity, mm, I guess it kind of rotates on on which anime is or manga has like the most toxic fan base. Because when Boruto had their time skip, that was also a whole different level of toxicity from the Boruto fan base, and that's fucking Boruto. I don't know I don't know what they have to be toxic about, but because the story is dog shit, and they were mad toxic. Like when the time skip happened, like the newer designs got revealed, and Boruto popping up with his new fit, looking all edgy. People are losing their shit, talking mad shit, just going after One Piece, and after, I think they went after JJK, Demon Slayer, One Piece, just any anime that was going on back then. You said people talking about underage girls. Was it about Nobara and Maki? Well, let me look Nobara. I don't remember that name. JJK Nobara? Yes. Yes, it was about her. And I think about Maki too. Actually, no, not. Huh? Was it her? I don't. I vaguely. Huh. I think it was her. Could be. It was definitely about Nobara. That's 100%. But it's also, yeah, it might be also Maki. But I just remember it being mad fucking weird, and had to ban one of the people in chat because that was the only way to make him stop. Boruto fanbase on Twitter is toxic. They start, yeah, I noticed, because they have nothing going on for them. Let's be real. The Boruto fanbase has nothing going on for them. Their story is shit. Their character designs are shit. The drawing of their manga is shit. The author of the manga is sus, to say the least. All they have going on for them is it vaguely looks cool. That's all they have going on for them. So of course they're gonna go rapidly attacking other fan bases. And also, One Piece, at least certain One Piece fans, or there is a very big one on Twitter. I think if anyone follows any One Piece related pages on Twitter, you will definitely instantly know who I'm talking about. But he was rabid as fuck, especially when Gear 5 came out. He did not give a single shit. He was just going out spoiling people, and then I remember calling him out on it on Twitter back when I had a Twitter account. Like he was one of the biggest pages on Twitter, and he was saying something along the lines of feeling bad for anime fans because of what's going to happen next week, referring to the Gear 5 episode manga. But he was always the one who was just spreading that shit endlessly. So I was like, yeah, maybe you could have some consideration for others and not just go batshit crazy with spoilers like that. And he kind of replied. He just replied with a question mark, as if saying that, as if to say that he did not know what I was referring to. But the One Piece fan base, at least certain ones, they're not great either. No, they also have another thing. Since the power scaling went crazy, oh right, yeah, that's a good one. The power scaling, because that's something that happens. So whenever a story goes to shit, but they usually all the author can resort to is making them just crazy fucking strong. And for a long, long time, that was Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball fans used to be one of the more toxic ones because all they had was their power scaling. I mean, I myself, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. It's in terms of all the manga copies I have, I have the most Dragon Ball Deluxe volumes. Like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 of these. So I'm a huge, huge Dragon Ball fan. And whenever people talk about like best manga, best anime, so on and so forth, Dragon Ball fans will come in the mix. Say it's Dragon Ball, and then you'd have some snarky guy going, "Yeah, but the story's all ass. It has no depth to it." And then the Dragon Ball fan was always clap back with, "Yeah, but can your character destroy a planet?" That would always be the case, which I didn't understand because there's no need to defend Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball already has God status when it comes to notoriety. There is no denying the greatness of Dragon Ball. You can criticize the story of Dragon Ball, that it's certain things can be a lot better, especially like the Buu Saga and Dragon Ball Super. But there's no need. Like the story like Dragon Ball is so fucking huge. You don't need to. Like I'm sure anyone's grandma would recognize Goku at this point. Cause he reacts to Boruto. Wait, hold on. Like I heard the craziest in Boruto, Gaara beats Madara without Jubi. Cause he reacts to Boruto villains and they're okay, yeah, and also, yeah. Also, when it comes to power scaling, a lot of people are just they just suck at it. Because people do not know anything combat related. So usually, whenever people discuss anything power scaling related, like let's say Itachi glazers from Naruto, like the Itachi glazers are some of the worst fans of Naruto, and they even argue that Itachi just neg diffs or low diffs Madara, and they're like, okay, explain how, and they just go like, no, Tsukuyomi, and just instant dead. Or not even Madara, who's obviously you don't even have to argue for that. But let's say Minato, that Itachi would low diff Minato because Genjutsu, because Tsukuyomi, and they just for some reason always forget about the whole aspect of battle intelligence, of strategy, especially within Naruto. The whole thing of Naruto, like the one thing that's can give a shinobi like the biggest advantage is knowledge. And someone like Minato, he definitely would know how to counter someone like Itachi, and someone like Itachi would definitely know how to counter Minato. So whoever wins that fight is going to be ridiculously extreme diff. Same with let's talk about One Piece. The fight between Aokiji and fuck. Oh, that's Akainu. Aokiji and Akainu. They fought for what, 12 days non-stop. 12 days, and Akainu came out on top. And for some reason, people are 100% convinced that if they fought again, Akainu would win instantly. But they fought for 12 days. We don't know the ins and outs of that fight. Chances are, if they were to fight again, Aokiji might win, Akainu might win, it might be draw. But people just do not know how fights work. People just do not know that people can learn from mistakes from previous fights. And they just completely forget that aspect and just go with their OP attacks that they think would just instantly work. Minato's crazy because I heard the novels upscale him to Hashirama level as in the anime Ninetales Fox. No, I mean Minato, I don't think he was done really justice in the original story, especially in the Fourth Great Ninja War. He was done mad dirty in the final war. Like he essentially neck diffed Minato. He neck diffed Obito and the Ninetales essentially. Although that did cost him his life. But it's just Itachi lasers are. There's something else. Saying that he's stronger than Madara. I don't know how. You reached Maki and JJK? Oh no, I was talking about how toxic and how mad weird JJK fans were in the JJK streams. So Norman asked if the weirdness was about Maki. No, I'm way behind. I dropped JJK until further notice. This is the I've only seen this Maki. I haven't seen the one on the right yet at all. I only know the one on the left. Yeah, because back then I had some. There was a certain stream where I had some mad weird JJK fans talking mad weird shit about underage characters, and I wasn't sure if it was Maki or not. I don't really remember. But yeah, when it comes to power scaling, it's just people just look at the strongest attack that a character has and think that's going to be enough. Yeah, they were a different level of toxic. But yeah, when it comes to power scaling, people just look at the strongest attack that the character A has and the strongest character that character B has. So for example, they look at okay, what's a good example? Okay, so they look at Naruto's Rasen Shuriken as the strongest attack, for example, and then at Sasuke's Kirin, and then base the entire fight on who would win, just comparing those two attacks together. They don't look at speed. They don't look at attack stats. They don't look at battle intelligence. They don't look at stamina. It's just the two strongest attacks that they have. They compare them. They think, oh, that one would win. Sure, then he easily would win. And the same thing goes for Zoro and Sanji. People, whether you think Zoro or Sanji is stronger, I don't really give a shit. To me, they're relative to each other, and Zoro most likely would win most of the times. But a lot of people think that Zoro, because he has a lot of destruction, a lot of just heavy attacks, destruction feats, explosiveness, that he would win by default. But that's just one aspect that Zoro is stronger in. There's a lot more that you need to take into consideration. And I keep bringing into discussion and keep bringing out the points that Zoro and Sanji, they are deliberately made to be contrasts of each other. Zoro has attack power, Sanji has speed. Zoro has endurance, Sanji, holy fuck, fireworks. Sanji has durability. Even to the most basic things, Zoro uses his hands with his swords. Sanji uses his feet. Zoro got the sword. Oh, okay, yeah, not even the Toei up skill. It's not even that. It's more of a Sanji down skill from Toei. What's a big one that? Oh, right. I used this example last week. Last year I did a top 30 power scaling list with a bunch of other small YouTube One Piece content creators, and someone put Kobe at number 30 with the logic. His logic was Kobe has the honesty impact which is insanely strong, and he said, but what if Kobe uses a Gatling version of the honesty impact? That will make him so much stronger. Not taking into consideration that Kobe cannot do that yet. Not taking into consideration that honesty impact took everything out of Kobe. It completely drained him. He needed to be caught by Helmeppo. Helmeppo was running after him in order to catch in order to catch Kobe, because that was gonna cost take everything he had, and also not taking into consideration like the charge up time, the confidence obstacle that he needed to put on himself. Like he needed to convince himself that he could do it. That attack was not just physically a drain, but also mentally. Like he needed to push himself both physically and mentally in order to perform that attack. And people look at that. They look at the destruction capacity, and that's all they take into consideration. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, just based on that, he's already up there. Or just based on order of which character is introduced. For example, Kaido was beaten in Onigashima, so by default, the Gorosei who came after Kaido are by default stronger. And then they went on further to say that the Gorosei are straight up stronger, and then you have to bring back the whole point and ask the question of, okay, replace the elders with Kaidos. Go to Egghead, take all the elders, replace them, put 5 Kaidos there in their place. Tell me how that shit goes. If we're talking about attack power, King Elisabello, exactly. But Elisabello, sure, that attack might one shot or severely wound a Yonko, but there's a huge drawback to it. Obviously, he has to like wind up his arm over and over, like 30 minutes or some shit. Insane power, but a huge drawback, and it needs charge up time. There's more to fights than just pure raw power. And it's like the most basic shit. Like in Dragon Ball Z, when Trunks buffed up. In terms of raw power, he was stronger than Cell, but he couldn't touch Cell. Cell was just like bobbing and weaving, just dodging and weaving easily, because Trunks sacrificed speed for power. And sure, you can do that, but you have to like be smart about it. Like Zoro compared to Sanji, Zoro obviously has like the DC and the strength. He doesn't have Sanji's speed. So what does Zoro do sometimes? He chooses to take an attack in order to hit him back. So when he faces an opponent that's stronger than him, a lot of times he just chooses to take the attack in order to tank the final hit. It just pisses me off. Like I have how long would I say? So 8 years plus 2, 3. So I have about 10 to 11 years of experience in martial arts. So it's just very basic stuff that people do not know about, and they just do not take that shit into consideration. Favorite One Piece upskill is Mr. 3. He took down both Dory and Brogy. Okay. 3 billion confirmed. Yeah, exactly. There's also... Oh, and another aspect that people just never take into consideration is simply how well certain characters know each other. How familiar they are with each other. For example, Usopp. Remember how well Usopp fought against Luffy in Water 7? It's not because Usopp is that strong and that close to Luffy. It's because he knows Luffy that well. He knows what to expect and knows how to counter most of Luffy's attacks. And how to handle with his Devil Fruit. Knowledge, intelligence, intel plays a huge part. Zoro and Sanji, they know each other. They've known each other for years now. They know how they fight. So if they were to fight each other, even if Zoro is, let's say, 50% stronger than Sanji, just the fact that Sanji knows Zoro so well, that fight is not going to be low diff. It's not going to be a mid diff. It's not even going to be a high diff. They're going to fight so damn long until one of them just collapses after God knows how long. It will be an extreme diff fight. For the same reason that people think that there's a huge difference between different Yonkos, between different emperors. that if they put let's say Kaido at number 3 and then Shanks at number 2, that the difference between them is like this, but meanwhile when they fight, it's like this. The difference is so minuscule. It could go either way. Even if Shanks is on paper stronger than Kaido, there's no guarantee he will win. But it all boils down to two weebs who have never done anything related to any combat sports, or just not even watching like boxing or anything close to that. Having zero knowledge when it comes to martial arts or fighting or anything physically related. Be like, oh, speed blades, easy. Anyway, that's it for me today. That was a long rant. I am ending the stream right now. I'm going to watch the Invincible finale. Tokyo Ghoul has found its second wind. I will be back every Wednesday once again until I finish Tokyo Ghoul RE. And I'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow for One Piece, and if not, on Friday. So, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Also, like and subscribe.